Hello, and welcome back to the Elite Podcast, where we discover our true selves in real time. I said back in October that I was going to get back started with recording episodes. However, life does take some time re-evolving into whatever norms we're creating for ourselves. As some of my listeners know, I was in the United States Space Force. I was in the Air Force before that, and I just retired at the end of January. So I've been trying to find myself, my niche. And it's kind of funny when it all comes back to this. The thing that I'm trying to do with all of this, with the podcast, is to create a place where we can all discover ourselves. And I hit a big moment where I was having trouble finding who I really am. So it's kind of funny that we're doing this now, because over the last 7 months, I have been working with one company, and I'm about to join a different company. And the reason for that is because I did a lot of reckoning with myself and reevaluating myself and what I bring to the table when it comes to employment. So if we're going to start this off again, I just wanted to be real with y'all and let you know, because there is that sense of accountability, discipline, resilience, clarity, and especially pride. But how does one fit into the quote-unquote real world without a mentor? So that's our topic for this episode, is mentorship. We're going to talk about what is mentorship, who can be a mentor, how do I or you choose a mentor, and how does being a mentor affect my/others' wellness. So first, mentorship is a relationship between two or more individuals where one has lived an experience that the other individual or individuals want or need to understand. It's that simple. So if you have been there, if you have lived an experience and you see other people who are wanting to know about what it is that you do because they might be interested in doing it themselves, help them out. If you see somebody who is struggling while getting out of a certain, or while transitioning out of another role, help them out. If you see somebody who has almost everything and is just missing this tiny little piece, and that tiny little piece is something that you have, help them out. Case in point, there is a certain coworker of mine, well, I guess former now as of today, but on her last days on the team, she was uncomfortable asking questions because she had been with the team for so long that she didn't want to look like she didn't know whatever the topic was, because she felt like she's expected to know everything about the system. Let me tell you something. You can work in a system for 20 years, for 40 years, and not know everything about whatever that system is. Do you know how you get smarter on that system? Well, I told my friend what that something is, And I swear to God, Sarah, if you're not listening to this, I will know. She went to her new role. I told her to think about her family. If you go home and you didn't ask questions while you were at work, you're going to take that home with you. And your job is not going to pay you overtime for thinking about the things you should have asked while you were at work. So ask all your questions while you're on the clock. That is mentorship. Mentorship is knowing what you need to do to get there and helping the other person achieve it. Even if you might not. You might suck at whatever it is that you do. But if you see somebody that's struggling just that one little bit, helping them makes you feel like you've accomplished your job for the day. Even if your job isn't mentoring. So if you know something, communicate it. On to this second point. Who can be a mentor? My simple answer for that is anyone, regardless of age, gender, ethnicity, or religious or sexual orientation. That means anybody, everybody. If you have lived an experience, or if you've known somebody that lived an experience. I've heard stories before where people are like, well, my grandpa said this right here, and they'll tell the story of how their grandpa was a really good farmer, and he always said that you should plant your seeds at a certain time of the year. And like, it doesn't have to be a lived experience per se. It could be a shared experience. And also somebody who is a lower ranking, for lack of a better word, individual can still mentor other people. I have tons of management and leadership experience, and I will impart my leadership and management knowledge to the leaders and the managers who work over me. I'm like, hey, I'm seeing some stuff that's not fair right now, and I think what you need to do is this. And I'll lay it all out for them, because a mentor is not going to come to somebody and say, there's a problem here, fix it. There's a knowledge gap here, learn it. No, you come with the problem if you have a solution. If you have a solution. You don't come with a problem and expect other people to solve it for you. That is not being a good mentor. That's not being a good follower. And it's definitely not being a good leader. So if you want to be a mentor, reach out to people who are in need. If you don't want to be a mentor, then don't be. But if people are asking you questions and asking for your advice on things, in the words of Reddit, don't be the AH. Just be there for people, man. This world is hard enough on your own. The next question is, how do I choose a mentor? Well, that really depends. What is it that you're trying to get toward, right? Are you trying to go to college? Are you trying to get a new job? Are you just in need of some resume advice, like in general? Are you trying to get a certificate? Are you wanting to move? Are you wanting like some type of experience? So that will tell you like the level of knowledge you're looking for in a mentor, because I'm going to tell you straight, not every mentor is going to have all the answers either. You need to be honest with yourself as a mentor. You need to be honest with yourself as a mentee. And if you have any gaps, it doesn't hurt to have several mentors, and you can just bounce ideas off of each one of them. If it's going to hurt anybody's feelings, then don't be like, well, this person said this and blah, blah, blah. Just be nice. Be courteous for the time and respect the person for the time that they are giving to you, unless you think that they are purposefully like holding you back from whatever your goal is. Or if they're accidentally holding you back from what your goal is, let them know. Maybe there's a knowledge gap there and you need to put your best foot forward. So with that, I have 3 things that I want to say on this. Rapport. Definitely create that rapport with your mentee and your mentor. Make sure that you are, at least friendly with the person. You should probably at least take a walk around the building or go outside and just enjoy the breeze or whatever kind of good weather you have. And definitely not if it's raining. I mean, if it's raining and you like rain and your mentor likes rain, then sure. But if y'all remember, I have PTSD from hail and rain, lightning and all of that, so I'd just rather stay away from it. I'm thinking about like good moods, good vibes. So figuring out what your mentor likes and then your mentee likes, and then going out and doing those things with them, whether that's hiking, fishing, rafting, just talking at a coffee shop, whatever the case may be, just try to build that rapport. And plus, you never know who your mentor or mentee might be. So just keep a good relationship with all of your contacts. You don't have to talk to them all the time, but you can just check in on them and say, hey, how's it going? How do you like this specific role that you're taking on now? Look, I'm interested in potentially taking a position at the company, and I wanted to see what your thoughts on the company are. Can we meet for coffee at X date? That's my third part, that's timing. My second part is efficacy. So how efficient is the person at being a mentor, and how efficient is the person at being a mentee? You have to gauge these things. And remember, there are tools that you can use as well. You can always, take notes, ask your mentor if it's okay if you record their voice. And then I like to do this thing called trust but verify. So if your mentor is saying you should apply to this role because it's a good fit for you, look at that role first and see if A, you meet all the qualifications for it. B, and this is probably bigger than A, make sure that it meets the qualifications that you desire. Research the company, see if it meets your values and the intent of what it is that the job description is saying. Because sometimes you'll find some companies out there that aren't that reputable. And then, of course, how much does the role pay? Is that the kind of pay that you're looking for? And if you're saying no to all of these things, then you have an ineffective mentor. And you should probably do both of these things. You should revector them and say, hey, this specific thing is not what I had intended when I went to college and I got my master's degree and I worked at these specific internships and this specific job to get to where I am right now. So if you could help point me in the direction for where I could have my niche, then that would be great. And if they say, no, I thought that role would be perfect for you, then it's time to say goodbye. And then you find a new mentor who will help you find what it is that you're looking for. And of course, a U2 song comes straight into my head because some people still haven't found what they're looking for. Now, how does being a mentor affect my wellness and others' wellness. So if we're looking at the SPUG values, the 9 tenets that I laid out previously, so accountability, pride, discipline, resilience, clarity. So there's this, obviously, mentorship, allyship, reflection, and legacy. Legacy and reflection. Said them backwards. The way that I have it laid out, I have a little pie chart, and mentorship takes care of accountability, pride, discipline, resilience, and legacy. How? So for the accountability piece, it gives you that sense of accountability that you might not be getting from your specific role. It makes you accountable to your mentee to help them develop a plan, but it could also help you better yourself and get smarter on whatever the system is, whether that's finding out new certifications that you can get, new training, new books, and actually holding yourself accountable for learning new things. And of course, that also plays into discipline, which is making sure that you're adhering to whatever your goals are, and you're making sure that your mentee is adhering to whatever their goals are. So you can say, hey, there is this book that you should read, and it's got everything that you're looking for in the book. Like all the questions that you're asking me, go read it. And so checking back in on them every now and then, that shows both accountability and discipline. And the coolest part is pride. The fact that I told Sarah she needs to go and do this one thing when she goes to the other side of the company, when she got this new job, I was like, you need to ask questions. And she asked 75 questions on day 3. I was like, oh my God. I literally cried at my desk in the middle of a meeting when I saw that Teams message come across my computer screen. That's pride. Pride is seeing the work that you've done in somebody else and also doing the work, right? Because she was freaking proud of herself for asking 75 questions. Whereas a week before, she was scared. She thought that she should know. But going into the new role, she's like, you know what? I don't know, and I'm okay with that. That's pride. It's also discipline. How does it show resilience, though? Let's think about this for a second. If you're being a mentor or a mentee, how does that develop resilience? Pretty easily, actually. Transitions are hard. It can be, let's say you're trying to take a college course, right? But you're also working a full-time job. How are you doing both? Resilience is your ability to triumph over hardships. And if you can weigh both of these things and still meet both of them, that's resilience coming out the other side. And that's how you build that pride too. Resilience is like putting your feet to the fire and saying, this is okay. And why is it okay? Because you know that on the other side of that, you're going to be a changed person. So doing things with a smile, that's resilience. Legacy, we haven't touched on legacy yet. That's like 3 episodes from now. But legacy is what you leave behind. So as a mentor, you're leading this person into the next stage of their life. So that person is your legacy. Now, you can mentor anybody. Like I said, I had a senior master sergeant in one of my classes when I was an instructor back in the day. And that senior master sergeant is currently a chief master sergeant and is in a very high position right now. And I am like super proud of him And I might take a little bit too much pride in that, but that's my legacy. I have touched the lives of people who have gone on and did great things. I've also touched the life of people who've gone on and done terrible things. We won't get into that. There's always the bad that comes with the good, right? But the good thing is, I've taught people who are now in high leadership roles in the military. I've taught people who are presidents and CEOs of companies. I've taught people who are bottom of the barrel. But the thing is, that's legacy. Now, how does a mentee play into that? Well, the coolest part of legacy when it comes to this is those mentees are going to have mentees one day, and they're going to push that legacy on and so on and so forth. And your name may be forgotten, but your actions and your abilities to push that person on through, whether or not you get recognition for it, that's still your legacy. It's pretty cool, right? If you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to talk about, if you're looking for a mentor, hit me up at _ALEET_podcast on Instagram. And I can help you find a mentor. I might not necessarily be your mentor type material, but I may know somebody who can help. And it's free of charge. It only costs time, which time is a much more valuable resource than money is. And I'm going to tell you what I actually said to Sarah. I said, and I've said this to my manager Sean as well, your time is much more valuable to the people who love you than to the people who pay you. So it may behoove you to find a mentor who will give you that type of truth as well. So next week, hopefully this guy right here will stay out of his head for a little while. Next week, we'll talk about allyship. Thank you for coming back to the Elite Podcast. So until next time, stay spuggin' elite. Over.